Hi, I'm Susan from Worldpeacefull, and I'm going to read you some of my philosophy, and this one's called Precious Jewel. Each life is a precious jewel. Each diamond is cut in different ways. Depending on the angle of approach is the face you see. No face is the true reflection of me. Each person sees a different angle, for each angel is different. It is to respect the differences and set each other free into the truth of who we be, to not be a rough diamond, but to see the shine and sparkle. For this only emerges when words polish, not rub. For this is the hub of family. I'm not a millionaire. I may own an old car. I may move house, for I have not found my home. But my heart is always honest, and my love is true. And these are my only possessions, for I am not possessive of life. I am not obsessive about how I am seen. I don't even care where you've been, for I am meeting you in this moment. I am looking into your heart. I am seeing the pain in words so cruel, for each word is a reflection of the self. But I am here to tell you, you never failed. Your beauty has been seen. But walls have become hard and the beliefs rigid. For the heart is so soft. You settled for less in exchange for security. But you now see that there is no purity in self-deception. For the truth is true always. And we are here to love. First ourselves, then the other. For each is a brother and sister, a fellow traveller. We can walk a while with them, or take another road, for it is always the high road that takes you home. And this, my friend, is where the heart really is. I had some people in mind when I reread this, those who I've experienced conflict with. They will know that this poem is for them. We are all travelling our own path. And I often say in poetry, we need to learn to laugh. Everything is contrasting, but that is part of the road we must travel. Often I use the metaphor of the stones on one's path. These are the things that hurt when we kick them with our feet. But are we not on a journey of self-discovery, and is it not always going to be a smooth ride? Sometimes it's smooth, sometimes it's not. But I feel there's always plenty of room for forgiveness. In that I do believe honestly that people do the best they can given the way they see the world. And I guess my expression through my many videos now is really to guide people as a fellow traveller, that perhaps we can walk alongside one another, not ahead, not behind, but let's walk with each other and really listen to one another. For what I've come to understand is those who are unkind are in pain. Those who are rigid are actually quite fearful, or they've been raised in environments that are fearful, and they have a very narrow perception of the way things should be. And one of the really key points is people will fight something in order to make the world appear as they would want it to be. And what I mean by that is there's kind of this middle road to walk where the world will be what it will be. You can express who you are, and others may be inspired by that. But you cannot expect the world to turn up as you are. It just can't do that. We're an enormous group of who are diverse, and it is within the differences that this friction occurs, and that's meant to be this way. But rather than hit out at people because they're different or causing us friction, it is to look at ourselves as that diamond or as that pearl where the sand that grates is actually can formulate the pearl that you really are. So it kind of, that rough kind of smooths off the hard edges within you. That is why the conflicts have come to you. It's all here for your highest good in truth. And it will work for you when you look within, not without. That's the only way we can heal, is to look into our own sorrow and look for the source of it. We can, like a flower blooming, show what beauty really looks like, and perhaps plant a seed in the mind of many others that the world need not be this way, that we can actually co-create a much, much better world that's full of great beauty, because people are. In my experience, I've seen beauty in everyone I've met. I've actually never met an ugly person, not one. You might say, how can that be true? It's because I'm not judging a book by its cover. I know that there's great depth in people. And I see how society rubs against others. And if people are not attractive, or they're overweight, or they're different in some way, there's a criticalness that gets projected onto them. And what I would like to say is, you're seeing yourself on the other. There's nothing imperfect with an overweight person or a person who's, in your eyes, unattractive. They're actually perfectly perfect. They're meant to be where they are, as they are, because they're on a journey too. And in my philosophy, we are getting the lives we need because we're here to learn something. Sometimes it's hard to understand why life can be so difficult for some, and for others it can be so smooth. It just depends on why you're here. Now, I know there's many who don't believe that we go on, but we do. We do continue. So what I'm saying is, make the most of this journey while you're here. Know that everyone is a precious jewel. And in my poem, I talked about everyone being an angel, and that is true. That angel can be the person who's the most difficult for you in this life, or they can be the most loving. They can look at you and think you're awesome. And you'll say, oh, you're an angel, I love you. But can you love the one who gives you the biggest challenge? When you can, you'll know what love is, and you will see that that one pushed you into looking at yourself. And that is your highest good, because only you can change you. And if it changes you in a really beautiful way, in a very positive way, if it expands your perception of life, then that is truly a service to you. Yes, it may not feel good, but that's because something within you is not healed. And what I mean by healed is that we're carrying thoughts or beliefs that are not in harmony with who we are. And until we come into harmony with ourselves, we will not feel happy. That's why there's a lot of people walking around. Some call them the walking wounded. And there are many, many people in this category who have not looked at what it is that's bringing them the feeling of unhappiness. And the unhappiness is within them. It is not who they are. Once that unhappiness is cleared through an investigation, a truthful inquiry, and I would recommend Byron Katie, thework.com is where you'd go. Until those shadows are illuminated and you're able to actually investigate what it is that's clouding your vision, that's obscuring the real beauty that you are. Because when you really feel and experience the beauty that you truly are, You will shine. Everyone does once they clear it. But many are afraid to look, or they've judged themselves as a lot less than what they really are. And this is why I've always known there's enormous potential in every single person. I always talk to people, all different shapes and sizes. I don't care what they look like. I will talk to anyone. And always I'm surprised by how great they are. And then you wonder about the great potential in society that's not actually manifesting because people think themselves a lot smaller than what they really are. Creativity is the right side of the brain, logic is the left. When we move into the creativity, we actually move into an expansion. The emotional intelligence becomes the inner guidance. So it's not just having this array of feelings, which is a wonderful thing. They're like paints. It's like paintbrushes. We're coloring our world through all our emotions. But that emotional reality is actually a way of seeing. When you're feeling great love, you will see the world very differently. Some call it rose-colored, but it's actually not. I know as a clown, when I was looking at people with great love, I really saw them. I've had the experience of a community where everyone acknowledges you. It's amazing. And it's a potential future. I was given, in a sense, the gift of being able to see the reality of every human, and I saw everyone as a precious jewel. I saw them as a facet of a diamond. Until they see the value within themselves, they will not find that they are the diamond. They talk about the diamond heart center. So within your own heart is this diamond. It's a jewel that you carry. You can keep it hidden, or you can find the courage to show it to the world. Everyone has it. No person is more special than another. Just they might appear to be this way because they're choosing to shine. And what we want is more of these diamonds shining. And when that happens, humanity will find itself expanding exponentially. Solutions will come much faster because of this enthusiasm, this joy, this excitement, this inner peace. So if we can remind people of the diamond that they are in every opportunity, every person you connect with, if you can just say something that illuminates them to themselves, you will have done a great service to humanity. It is not a small thing. You may change the life not only of this person, but all those lives they touch. If they've got children, through their children, the lives they touch. Never underestimate the power of kindness, the power of seeing beauty. This is the light in the darkness. So I will send you much light, peace, beauty, and humanity. Much love.